here's what we're going to do. First, we do a search for an image. I searched for turtles. And these are all the images that Google can find with the word turtle. Now, these are not all Creative Commons or public domain pictures. So the first thing we're going to do is turn on our filter. So we're going to click on Tools and then Usage Rights and then Creative Commons licenses. Now, these pictures are a better bet, but we still need to check and make sure that these pictures are going to work for our Creative Commons or public domain picture. So I'm going to click on this one because I know that Wikimedia Commons is a pretty good place to find this sort of picture, and I like this baby turtle. So we're going to click on it to get it over here on the right, and then we're going to click on it again to go to the page where it normally lives, where it's being hosted online. And this is the Wikimedia Commons website. And I know that if I scroll down on the Wikimedia Commons website, I will find the licensing. Now, this licensing says you are free to share to remix under the Creative Commons attribution license. So that's perfect. So this picture, I'm going to cite in Noodletools. Now I'm going to get Noodletools ready. I'm going to go over to another tab and I'm going to find my Noodletools project. There's my digital literacy project. And I'm going to open it up by clicking on the title. Now, if you need to write down these steps before you type them on the computer, that's fine. You can get a printed out copy of the type of Noodletools source you want to cite, and then you can write down all the information you need from the website, and then you can start typing in Noodletools. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back and forth. So I know that I want a new source. It's going to be from a website because this is a Wikimedia Commons website. And I'm going to choose photo or illustration. Now, either one of these will be fine. Photo or illustration is a little bit easier to fill out than photo or image born digital, so I'm going to choose this one. But if you do this one, you basically have to do the same number of boxes, okay? So photo or illustration. Now it's showing me two different sections. I have to figure out the website where the picture is being hosted, and I have to figure out who took the picture and what it's called and when, okay? So let's start with the container website first. This is Wikimedia Commons. So I'm going to type that in as the name of the container website. I'm also going to scroll to the bottom and see if I can find the publisher. Now, you can't always find the publisher. Sometimes you can. Sometimes it's right next to the copyright date. So if there's a copyright date at the bottom, that sometimes helps. And see how this is a Wikimedia project down here? I think that's what I'm going to use as the publisher. Sometimes it's a little more clear, but Wikimedia is the company that takes care of Wikipedia and the Wikimedia Commons. So I'm going to write Wikimedia in here for my publisher. Okay. Now the URL is easy. That's this. That's the website address where you found the picture. And that's what Google helped us find. Now we don't want to put the Google address in here because Google does not host these pictures. It's just showing us what website we need to visit to see the picture. Okay. And then the date of access is the day that I looked at the picture. So that would be today. So I'm going to click today to fill in the boxes. And that's one section finished. I'm going to scroll down a little. These boxes are about who took the picture and what it's called. So on the Wikimedia Commons, one of the reasons I really like this website is because they usually write out all of this stuff I need very clearly down here somewhere. So it says the author is John. And I guess if we click on his name, we can find out more about him. Oh, there's his username. There's even a picture of him. So I'm going to copy his username. Make sure I grab the whole thing. And I'm going to copy it. Now, because his name is John, but we don't know his last name, it would not be very helpful to just fill John in here as the first name. So what I'm going to do is put his name in here as a group. Now, Noodletools is going to get mad because it thinks that the first letter of a name should always be capitalized. But because this is the way he wrote out his username on his profile, I think we're just going to leave it alone. Okay, the next thing we need is the type of image, which is obviously a photograph. And then if we go back, we can find out maybe when he took it and what it's called. So let's see, what is the name of this photograph? It just says babyturtle.jpg. That's fine. The description is here too. For a little guy, he was fast. But I don't think I'm going to put that in as the title. I think I'm just going to put the file name in here. Okay. And again, it's going to get mad because it thinks this word should be capitalized. But because of the way it's being displayed on the website, I think I'm going to leave it like it is. Okay. If there was no title at all, I would check this box and then I would make up a title that makes sense for my project in here. But since I found something I can use as the title, I'll put that in instead. All right, last thing is when this photo was created. So let's look here. Source and date. 15 June 2008. It even says the time, 10:11. Okay. So right here, this month is going to be June. This day is going to be 15. And this year is going to be 2008. Okay. All right. Now you don't need an annotation in this case. So I'm just going to scroll up and down and make sure all the boxes that I can find are filled in. I explained why we're not doing first name or middle name. Suffix would be if he was a junior or a like John the third. I didn't see anything like that, so I'm going to leave that one blank. And we were lucky enough to find the title and the date, so I think we're good. Scroll up to the top and say save. And then in your citations, you should have the one that you started with and the new one. And you don't even need to worry about copying or saving the picture at this point because once a citation is saved in Noodletools with a URL, if you click the arrow underneath the type that it will open up the website for you again. So this is also kind of making an automatic bookmark for your project right in Noodletools. Okay, if you have any questions about how to cite an image in Noodletools, you can always ask me, you can send me a Schoology message, or you can rewatch this video and follow along with me. I want you to make your own citation in Noodletools as well.